Today, we're diving into the WNBA, and let me tell you, they are not playing fair with Caitlin Clark. They just disrespected her in the MVP rankings, and the commissioner even dropped some wild comments about it. So buckle up, we're heading to Indy for this one. Let's get into it, alright? Right off the bat, Caitlin Clark isn't even in the top 5 for MVP. You heard me right, not even top 5. The WNBA just released their MVP power rankings, and she's nowhere to be found. Let's pull up the list so you can see what's going on here. At number 1, of course, is Asia Wilson. She's been absolutely killing it, no doubt. They're saying she had her best season yet, dominating in scoring, rebounding, and blocking. Fair enough. Number 2, they've got Napheesa Collier from the Minnesota Lynx. The argument for her being MVP is getting louder after some huge wins against the Aces. At number 3, Sabrina Ionescu is holding it down. You'd think Caitlin would show up by now, right? Nope. Number 4, we've got Brianna Stewart, and then at number 5, Connecticut Sun's Alyssa Thomas. But still, no Caitlin Clark. It's wild because Caitlin's been averaging over 25 points a game lately. Like, how do you leave her out? Now, here's where things get interesting. The WNBA commissioner was just on a podcast talking about some of the rivalries going on in the league, especially between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You know the history. They've had beef since their college days, and the trash talking has definitely carried over into the WNBA. But here's the kicker. The commissioner basically said she's okay with all this drama. She said something along the lines of, not everyone is going to be nice to each other, and that's fine. So what I'm hearing is she's cool with these veterans throwing shade at Caitlin Clark. She's practically encouraging it. Why? Because drama sells. It's good for business. That's just crazy to me. It feels like the league is setting Caitlin up to be the bad guy. They're loving the controversy because it gets people talking. And if you ask me, the MVP snub is part of that game. But let's switch gears a bit. Rebecca Lobo hopped on ESPN to talk about the Indiana Fever's playoff run, and of course, Caitlin Clark is a huge part of that. The Fever clinched their first playoff spot since 2016, but the real test is coming. If the season ended today, they'd be up against Connecticut in the first round. Now, Lobo mentioned that while the Fever have been fun to watch, the big question is their lack of playoff experience. The starting lineup has 0 playoff games under their belt, and that could be a problem when they're up against seasoned teams. But here's the thing, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell have formed a deadly trio. They're playing with heart, and they're showing they can hang with the big teams. Now, what do we need to see from Caitlin in the playoffs? Kendrick Perkins said it best. Leadership. We know she can score, we know she can make plays, but now it's about stepping up as a leader. Caitlin's already making everyone around her better, and that's what's going to push this team forward. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. I want to know what you think. Is Caitlin Clark getting disrespected? Can the Fever make some noise in the playoffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that bell, because you know I'm coming back with more heat.